So this summer we've been working on helping current initiatives that already exist in Durham through the Crisis Intervention Team, the Stepping Up Initiative, and the Durham County Criminal Justice Resource Center with work that they've already been doing to prevent recidivism among the population with serious mental illness.
We've been using the booking data provided by the Durham County Detention Facility and just to analyze what types of crimes people are committing or what they've been charged with and how often do these individuals come back into the system and the time period between their stays and them getting reincarcerated, being reintroduced back into the system.
Essentially that people with serious mental illness, this SMI tag, do experience rebooking or coming back into the detention facility at higher rates, that these people are more likely to come back sooner. And we show this in a variety of different ways. A bunch of bar plots that separate this out by month or aggregate through the whole 14-year period. But we also looked at things like sex, race, types of crimes that were committed, number of charges per booking. So someone could be charged with just one crime or a multitude, and we found that people with serious mental illness are typically charged with more crimes per booking than someone who's not.
There's only a small set of the SMI population in the aggregate raw number, but if you look at by month data, it seems pretty inflated because again the frequent flyer notion that they're coming back to get this medical need that they get medical health care that they need because they don't get it elsewhere.
It's fantastic that Duke students want to get engaged in those conversations, and it's also fantastic that they're kind of able to look at the data that exists and think about how it sheds light on those conversations, and also able to look at the questions that aren't currently being asked and begin to have input there. I think with this project and with the Durham Evictions project, I'm very excited that when I talk to the students, I realize that some of them want to go into urban planning, public policy, and so on and so forth. They want to go be in rooms where conversations about how to make the change are happening, and they're building enough of these technical skills to know what the numbers being thrown at them mean and to be able to ask skeptical questions. And I think that's absolutely essential.
I think it definitely has inspired me to want to volunteer even more. So we've been doing some work with the Durham County Prison Book Collective, where you write letters to people experiencing incarceration and send them books and things like that. And I think it has made me want to open my eye to more opportunities like that, and it's also just made me more empathetic writ large to the path of people who are experiencing incarceration in our country right now. So I think also when it comes to voting in 2020, my mindset is different than it would have been. A big issue with a lot of things when we talk about social justice initiatives is that you have two sides, and one side is emotion, the other side is logic. And it's really cool because I typically identify with the side that's progressive or emotional, but data is a tool to quantify that emotion and show, no, I'm not just being a hippie liberal, there's actually things going on that I can prove to you using quantitative skills. And I think that's more persuasive and can be utilized effectively to help more people see a clearer picture of what's going on.